Welcome to the Leading Vision Podcast. I'm the pioneer of Leading Vision Podcast. My name is Emmanuel Ame, aka Leader. Now, of course, this is an amazing platform where we bring diverse celebrities from all walks of life to come share with us their wealth of experience. And of course, today we will not do less than the usual that we're used to, as accustomed to in this platform. Before I do that, I need to really say this. To our amazing viewers out there, please keep it coming. We love that you leave comments that we get to share and then learn from, and then to generate topics from. So today I want to also, my co-host is a friend and a brother. Now with time I feel do anyhow. So if you have any challenge, you may keep it coming. You get chest. It's not my spec. Let me use that word. But then I'm talking about no other person but Marv. Marv, you're welcome on the show.
Thank you, bro.
Now, of course, today make I really jara this sit down. I have an amazing guest today, a huge brand. Now, this guest today in the studio is a big comedian. He's a skit maker. He's a content creator. He is a brand ambassador. He's an influencer. And over the years, I think the first time I first saw him many years ago in a church in one part of Zaria, I saw how the K-string that is celebrated today, this was one of the few people that first took him to Lagos. And so many other brands that I would not want to mention name, but of course we will be hearing from him in due time. Now, I'm talking about no other person, but a Zaria born, now formerly in Lagos, now doing huge things in the cities where all of these things happen. I'm talking about Lagos now. I'm talking about no other person. But our amazing guest is by the name Adewale Akomolafe Joseph, known as Baale himself, Eteye. You're welcome on the show, sir.
Thank you very much.
Now, of course, today we have, when you have a huge brand, you don't have a topic because you just have so much to learn. Now, we want to know, this comedy is an industry on its own. We have seen how Mohbad's own place. So we'll talk about music, but then comedy is a huge one on its own. And then the regular people on the streets does not have a no in comedy. We have seen how in the lives of the big brands in comedy that I know you're friends with, the likes of AY, Basket Mouth, and co. How it's until when Basket have to say something that happened. Oh no, AY said something that happened many years ago, and then Basket have to. And then we now know of the one of Julius Agu and AY. So that means clearly, even entertainment as we see, the comedy entertainment industry that we see that is one place that just make people laugh. Inside DSF, some kind bad belly they happen. What is your view on this, sir?
All right, I believe I want to say thank you for inviting me. Thank you very much. Comedy is another ministry on its own. And it's a body. It's not just only music you see things happening. In comedy, when you hear about AY, Basket Mouth, AY, this and that, you see, you don't jump into conclusion because you are not there. Mm-hmm. And then the way I would describe comedy is not the same way another person would describe comedy. Me, I do comedy for business. I do comedy for business because as somebody that went to our institution, work in a company, but when I see the money I'm making in the comedy business as an MC, don't mistake. Comedy is different from MC. There is money more as an MC. Okay. You can't compare MC money and comedy money. No. So, like I myself, I choose to learn from Ali Baba, Bengadeinka. You know, when I started my comedy, so people don't know that I started playing drums first. I'm a drummer, I sing. And then when I see that, and I have brothers that, when I mention their name from D-Base, these are the people that I've played drums for. And when you can't play for D-Base because these are a lot of things to be perfected. I don't know that English. Yes, perfectionist, right? That's D-Base for you. I played for him and sometimes he would throw me stick. So I just told him, I said, before now disgrace me for this family, let me start comedy. And the comedy started from, let me say, from my school, where there's where you talk to your friends, they feel that you are funny. Mm-hmm. So I started, and it's not just easy. I've done comedy where they stole me shoe. And they tell me, get out. You're wasting our time. But I have to keep on. And there are some times, nowadays you can't compare the comedy of now and before. Everybody now wants to just go there. They want to be there, but there's a sacrifice. That's why you see AY, Julius Agu having an issue, but we were not there when it happened.
Of course.
Many of us saw 30,000 naira and it's funny. It's not funny then. 30,000 is like 3 million. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. And like I told people, I said, there is sacrifice in this industry. Why some people don't want to pass through this sacrifice. If I tell you my sacrifice in this comedy industry, you will not believe. I've washed car for Clean the Drunk.
As a comedian?
Yes, I've gone to his house to wash car. You need to be humble. It's not just, I wash car for him. I clean his house. He took me to an event to anchor as an MC because he had kidney stone then. He can't talk for long. I did the whole job, my brother. I was believing, man, after this show, man, I don't know, give me money, 40K, everywhere else like 40 million for my face. I finished, they dropped me at the KJ. I cannot forget that fateful day at Along. I came down, Baba said, have a nice day. I said, you don't finish with that. I said, okay, sir, I don't have transport. He said, okay, you don't have transport. He gave me 2.5. That 2.5 is like 2.5 million. Mm-hmm. I was happy. I never knew that was a test. And after some years, I called him. I said, sir, I want to bring you to my show. Do you know, Clean did not collect a dime from me. And he told me the reason why he didn't collect money from me is that he tested me and I passed. Mm-hmm. Down to Kenny. If you are looking for comedians that are humble, Kenny is one of them. Yes, he's so humble. Humble beginning. So you cannot, comedy and MC, they are different. So one thing is that there must be something there must be sacrifice in all that you are doing. If you don't, there's some sacrifice, you don't do it, you can't get there. And there are some of us, I can say it live, don't edit this. There are some comedians that are popular, but they are broke. Why there are some? You may not know them, but they are doing well. Yes. And let me tell you something. I'm not scared of the comedians ahead of me. I know the fear. I say it publicly. Don't edit it. I'm scared of the boys coming at my back. Mm-hmm. They are dangerous. They don't send you. They can overtake you. That's why you must be good to everybody. AY, Basket Mouth, even to us, they did it to us. I want to mention names. Basket Mouth is not an easy access. Yes. I've gone to his show. If Basketball did not invite you, you enter his show. You will take for outside. You will reach. In fact, if the program opening by 4, around 4:30, when people don't come up for the hall, you know go still enter. He no send you. That is Basket Mouth. That is principle. Why we have some people like Ali Baba. The reason why he's still the king of comedy, nobody gave him king, but we gave him because he is leading by example. We love him. Ali Baba, you can go to his office. And I tell people, don't abuse access. Yes. Don't abuse access. The reason why all of them are coming out now to say something is that even them, they've offended the upcoming. Yes, you can see the stalker talking about Basket Mouth. Yes. Even him in question, he has offended people. Even me, nobody is perfect. But somebody like me, I can remove my eyes for anybody. But Yoruba will say, don't do good, may no hold your hand. Of course. So, for people out there, you want to become a comedian, you want to become a musical act, there's a sacrifice. If you cannot join them, join God. In our comedy industry, it's like a cult. Yes, if you don't know it now, it's like a cult. You see people. It's not all the comedians that you think they are ordinary now. That one. Yes. When somebody was talking about the skit makers, that they have money more than we comedians, but they love them. Skit makers cannot do what comedians are doing. I tell you the truth. Macaroni is my friend. Oin is my friend. He can't do what I'm doing. But you see a comedian can do skits. Because I'm doing skit too. Malam Goloko. Yeah. Which that's the name I got from my Vision Staff School there. When I thought the name was useless. But when they started insulting me, then I'll beat them. But the name is okay. So let me not talk too much. There's a sacrifice in the industry. Comedy, in fact, let me tell you, artists, the musicians, on our own good, our own worse. You just see us making people to laugh. My brother, we don't like ourselves. And the reason is that Some of the senior colleagues ahead of us, some of them, they use and dump. And that's why I said I'm not scared of people ahead of me. I'm scared of people coming. Let me just use this topic. Let me use Kenny Blaq as an example. I met him at Ikotun because I stay in Bega of Lagos, which is one of the biggest sites in Lagos mainland. Ikotun is like where synagogue is. That's where Kenny Blaq is then. And he came to meet me. I was like a local champion then. Any all night, I'll be the one to anchor. And you see Kenny Blaq just from nowhere, like one dirty boy like that, with his glasses. We not get anything. Those kind of guys, we not get who. He just rushed me, bros. I funny. I say, even me, no. Yes, say you funny. Alpha. And that same day, yes. Okay. I've seen him. He came to perform. If Kenny Blaq performed that time, you're quiet now. But you see him dirty. A woman condemned Kenny Blaq at that event. She's Aduni by name. She's one of the women that gave us platform. She said, why are you mimicking City John? Because City John just died that time. They say he insulted God. It's a lie. 9 times, 9 he died. There's nothing that will happen that God doesn't know.
Of course.
So she condemned Kenny Blaq and said, come on, you cannot make it with this thing, mimicking this thing. Is she God?
No.
You can't decide. And I walk up to that same boy because he was embarrassed. And I tap him and say, you will go places. You will sit with kings. And anywhere I'm going to, I will take you. Even me, where the carry person self need help. That's why when somebody does anything for you, when they are still struggling, it is not help, it is love. Because the person is still struggling. I was still trying to carry myself. I was a local champion in Bega. And I saw another local champion in Ikotun. So I was using my own platform. And today, like I said, sacrifice. When I took Kenny Blaq to Lab Matters with Benga Deyinka the first, they don't know who is Kenny Blaq. They still know me that time now. My minutes to perform in Lab Matters was 14 minutes. And somebody said, still ringing where they were invoked, they were the guys raining that time.
Okay.
So they did not come for that show. So Benga was angry. Who will kill the show for us? I told Omo Baba, tell bro, say Kenny Blaq day with me now. I brought him to the show to Ibadan. They even asked me to drop from the bus because I was with another person. Because when you're going for a show, you have to write your name. I paid the sacrifice, took Kenny Blaq. We went there. I never knew that was the day his own God is waiting for him. They said, no, you will not perform until I prostrated. I said, sir, this guy should perform. Benga said, we don't know him. The people were begging. They now said, on one condition, they will divide my time to 2. From 14 minutes, they will give him 7, I will take 7. If it was now, boys of nowadays, the young guys, the Gen Z, they will say, Lala, you. I gave him this 7 minutes. And before you say Jack, Ali Baba was seated. The late Ajimobi of Oyo State Governor was there. The wife was there. After Julius Agu performed, nobody laughed. Kenny Blaq, a boy they don't know from anywhere, he took the stage. Anybody that came after Kenny Blaq that day wasted his time. And that was the day Ali Baba stood up and clapped for Kenny Blaq. Gave him his plated complimentary card, iron. Kenny Blaq ran to meet me. He hugged me. That's why when you are doing help for people these days, hold the receipt. Because some will tell you, what did you do for me? Kenny Blaq hugged me. He said, Eteye, I promise you, if anybody blew between it, like I said, anybody that is helping you while the person is struggling is love. He says something, he says, sir, anybody that blow, they yell, anybody will blow between me and you, sir. If not me blow, sir, I will not forget you. If you blow, don't forget me. We finished from that show, still enter Sole, go back to Lagos. Without not knowing that 6 months from then, the brand will blow. Before I say Jack, I've never been to London before. Then Kenny went to London. He came to AY Live, Lagos. They started bidding for this boy that was collecting 1.5. Even me was scared. And please, don't envy anybody. No. And if you do good for somebody, and the person is making it, don't envy. If you do good for somebody, don't wait for reward. Let God reward you. And before you say Jack, the guy went to AY Live. He went to London. I will tell you this. Kenny Blaq is the only comedian that appreciated what I did. Gave me my first 500,000. Yes. And how did he do it? He didn't give me cash. He recommended me. He says, sir, he still call me sir today. Where he has entered, I can't envy him. If you envy person will get glory, you will lose. It takes grace to connect to grace. Yes, sir. So that you will enjoy mercy. I bow for him. I started calling Kenny my boss. He said, no. I said, Baba, I mean, know why. You don't sit with kings. Let me bow. And I bow. But it wasn't easy,
Of course.
because envy go enter. I started envying him small. But one pastor told me, bow. If you bow, this guy will help you. And I bow. He was the first person that gave me Chevron work. When I have no money, after I got married, he was my best man in Desire. He gave me a job. Kenny Blaq made me to know that don't allow any client to price you down. He called me, he said, sir, they will call you now. The money is 800,000, don't come down. And when they called me, they said, are you Eteye? Yeah, Kenny Blaq said you are his boss. I said, hey, in my mind, which be boss? You don't go London like 5 times. Me, I never even go past Dubai. And I went for the event, and I did it. So, my own word for people is this: you have to pay sacrifice. Either you pay the good sacrifice or you do the other way around. So from those Julius Hagu, basket mouths, that's why I'm not judging any one of them, because I was not there.
Yes.
But same thing, there must be sacrifice. Without sacrifice, you can't go far.
Thank you very much. I think this is a very rich one. Now, I think I've had a different view of who Eteye is. Now, there's one thing before we wrap this up. Now, you're Zaria born.
Yes.
So there's so much of bad blood in Zaria about you.
Yes.
In a way, they say, no, now, if there's one thing they all say, is he's humble.
Okay.
But then they feel Eteye go probably, like, there's a young man you raise in Zaria.
Okay.
Laugh product. What is, and then of recent, they said something also, how that the current king of entertainment of Zaria mentioned how that you don't have an issue with this young man, but you don't give him platforms anymore.
Okay.
Now, do you get to a place because of course, with what you have said, now, you don't have a reason to want to lie, because there are a lot of things you say, don't edit this one. So I'm sure
they will not edit
you are putting your integrity on the line of this one. Now, in this young man's issue, I dare to ask, and personally, I am sure you understand why I'm asking.
Yes, very good.
And then that is just one faction of it. But I want to make an example out of this young man, for example.
Okay.
Do you get to this peak where probably it's because then you cut this young man off?
Okay. Let me say something. Like I said, don't edit it. And we thank God for this time. For this time. It's time to clear the air. Adewale Joseph Akomolafe, popularly known as Eteye, formerly Fadugba. I'm born and brought up in Zaria in the year 1985. I'm not a small boy. In the next 2 years, I'll be 40. So nobody can beat me. I'm one of the blunt comedians. I'm not scared. Because I may not have all, but I'm okay. Yes, I'm okay. There's a level you get to. If you get your own house, you're okay. If you drive, you're okay, man. So, lab product is a force, and I say it on air, is a force to reckon with. And then KOE is my blood. You can't separate me from him, because we started Zaria together. And the problem, I will not say the problem of Zaria. Let me say the issue Zaria have is they are scared. Scared of people coming to take over. What are they taking over?
Yeah.
What is there that I'm coming to take over? Laugh Astray with Eteye took me 2 years to have this event. And let me tell you something. People are benefiting from this show I'm doing. Let's take, for instance, these people recording me. I know how much they pay them. The guys I gave my job for yesterday, they were looking at me when we transfer the money to them. They are still benefiting from Laugh Astray. Of course. The caterer. Because my show is the first show where people will eat rice in my show. Yes, I'm cooking. My show is the first show somebody will win flight tickets. Yes. So, back to those people that are talking. If they don't talk about you, you are not making progress. You are a force. My pastor said, if they don't talk about you, that means you are not alive. You are dead. And if they talk about you, that simply means you are doing something positive. So, I will just say this. I met Love at Sean's program, that's KOE, right? That's my brother. I met him there, and Sean handed over Love to me and said, you can take him to anywhere. And there's one thing I'm so stupid at. God should forgive me. If I'm helping somebody, I'll just help like Mumu. You understand? Because when you help sometimes, there's a repercussion to it. So I took him, and this is it. I don't know why people talk anyhow. If you are not good, you will not be needed. If you are good, you'll be needed. I took him to Abuja. He did well. And the next thing, he should go to Lagos, this and that, you know. And I started hearing some things, and the fight started, or the issue started from when I came for a show. And I was told from the entertainer board that some people reported the way I introduced him on stage, saying he's the king of comedy, saying he's this. I say, this is introduction. Just like when Ali Baba came to Sako's show. He said Sako is the best comedian. Is this. Why all of us look at our head knock for ground? It's just to give him hype. And I started hearing some things and this and that. So my advice to everybody in the entertainers, if you don't know me from afar, don't judge me. My coordinator came through somebody to join my team. And the person that introduced him is no more there, but they are still there. I don't joke with my team. If I'm a bad person, they will tell you guys. I'm not saying.
So, sir, let me correct. There's something I need to get so that for my viewers now.
Yeah.
You didn't meet Love Product in your wedding.
The day he came to my wedding, I was so busy. Who go do wedding? Who go mind go do my place? Somebody shall greeted me. You know, bros, I could not even hear why I get debt to 1p. So, but I now saw him back.
Okay, so, but that was the first time you were
That was the first time where I was seeing him to talk to him.
Okay,
and
now.
the first time I saw him, he wasn't performing.
Yes.
And so the second one, it was the MC, and he did well.
Okay. Now, because the controversial thing there is why there's a KOE, and I need to ask you that question was, at your wedding, I, Emmanuel Ame, was the one that ended and said, this young man is good. You're a comedian. Because at the time, Kenny Blaq was already a brand of his own. So introducing somebody to him to help him at that level was going to be a challenge. Okay. This man said, okay, collect my number. Call me. My head is hot. Just exactly what you just said now.
Yeah.
So that means then you later met him officially.
At KOE's program.
By KOE, you mean Sheon?
That's Sheon Prince.
Okay.
Oluwa.
Okay. So because there's this, I don't know who is selling this thing. Okay. And then I need to tell you this because thank God you have been blown. Now you see, it's good to know when you see, I'm glad for your person. I'm telling you, I've told my team as a person. And before we brought you, the 1001 question have been answered from 1000 have been answered from your first expression of everything you have said.
Yeah.
So now, the bad blood thing and those persons telling you like your so-called brothers now, I hope you don't see them because I'm sure from your lens of experience with setback, disappointment, people choking you in the back, you don't know by now.
My brother, listen to me. Listen to me. You cannot starve a man God is feeding. Before I came to Zaria, we've won spiritually. And it will actualize on Sunday. Where Lapodo did mistake, even though anything wants to happen, like he was the first person I told about this show coming. As I'm talking to you, he's supposed to be the one carrying this program on his head like gala. But when he moved back, he gave them the right to talk. If I can sacrifice myself, I'll say this. Your brother did not know it today. I'll say it now. The first show I brought Clean the Drunk, I told your brother I would do my flight. Do you know by the time I went to book flight, 3 days to the time, there was no flight. I entered night bus. Yes. For Lapodot. That day that Clean the Drunk came, I went to meet Clint at the airport so that nobody will know. And all of you came to pick us that day. You thought I came from by air. No. I had the money, but I can't pay the amount. It was close to 98,000. Then that is sacrifice. Before I did this show, Lapoda was the first person I asked. And he said, no problem. But what pained me was when he told me, when I asked him, send me your picture. It took him 2 weeks before he replied. And when he replied, he said, sir, I won't be around. Tears dropped. I'm not scared of anybody, even him. I can do without him. But the tears dropped. The tears that dropped was Otishiorishi. That means you've done good for the wrong person. That's why I said, if you do good for somebody, don't wait for him to reward back. So if he had a good advisor, he was to tell me that, okay, sir, I will be around. You understand? But he told me immediately that he won't be around. That simply means he doesn't cherish my brand. And immediately he said it. It took me 2 weeks to get myself. You understand? That is where Sheon came in. Do you know your mom saw the poster and his name is not there. And he did a show in Abuja. My picture was not there. And you know, when it comes to flight, it's not forming. I have leg when it comes to airline. Do you know how many flight tickets I get one about use? Aero contractors, I'm the first comedian they gave 12 return tickets. My picture was not in his show, and I asked him, the excuse he gave was that he doesn't want to inconvenience me. And I asked him, what am I doing? You understand? So the error he plays is that maybe he's playing his age. You can't blame him. And sometimes when demand is much, me and him doesn't have any bad thing. All the bad bloods in Zaria, the comedians, please, publicly, I don't have issues with all of you.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Sorry for cutting the short. So now, have you start with this? Because I seem like your son.
Okay.
Far, you are far ahead of him and everything. Have you started with him like to know the reason? Because there is every reason. Let not be like you are here castigating or talking about, like, you understand? Have you sat down, maybe call him, okay, I want to see you, even pay his flight to come over to Lagos or either Abuja to ask him, okay, what is the problem? But there is a problem. You understand? There is a problem for this attitude. Somebody that you brought up, you understand? You paid his flight ticket, you've taken him to different show, and all of a sudden, the person turned his back on you.
Let me tell you something. Your question you asked, like I said, our attitudes are different. If you help me, I can't betray you. That's me.
Yes, sir.
You understand? But like I said, this is him.
Okay.
He may be scared not to match two legs. He may be careful with me. He may be careful with the Zaria people. Like I told you, I said, laugh is a force. And if whether you take it or you leave it, accept it. Accept for your boss. That's why his show is always different, because he have choose to learn from the men. Let me tell you something. When I was coming to Zaria to do my show, I said the only person that can give me issue, I cannot go lower than Laprodo show. I must do a show that when they will tell him, they will say, yes, your guy come. And that's why we are spending hell. You need to come for the show. Come and see. Not by the crowd. It's the content. We deliver. We give. I don't bring big name because I'm a big name by myself. I won't do show for that. I want to bring Julius. Did they Chris? I go bring people who I know. Those people I'm bringing, they are good. Desktop came to Zaria. He keeps to Zaria now. He's coming back. Bash is a madman.
Yes, I know.
So what you are saying, you won't blame him. We are not here talking about anybody. I'm just trying to make it straight.
Yes,
I don't have any issue with anybody. If you're a comedian, you're coming for my show, call the number. Don't come and say you're a comedian. They will bounce you. I'm a businessman. I have a family to feed. I'm not coming to Zaria to come and make money, but I shall not go empty-handed.
No, so.
I will not owe, and they will not owe me.
In that instance, thank God you've been in Zaria
Before.
and you know the way Zaria works. And thank God you're a businessman also. Now, this is a question that has been in the mouth of Zaria entertainer. I'm not talking about comedy now.
Okay,
Both
entertainer.
Generally.
Okay.
In fact, even other sectors now. They're saying that if you don't leave Zaria to places like Abuja
Or Lagos.
or Port Harcourt,
You know people blow.
you will never blow.
Not
And you understand? and I don't know, like some people now are disagreeing with the fact, because you are from, you're not like this.
Yeah.
When you left Zaria, because I know you then.
Thank you.
You're not like
That
this.
was poverty level.
You're not like this. So, but some people see instead that it's this Zaria, you understand? They will make it, but
Your question is simple.
yes, sir.
Is mindset.
Okay.
Some people are destined to make it in Zaria.
Okay.
Why some people are destined to go out. Now, if I was still in Zaria, I would be smoking by now. And I will be drinking by now. D-Base will be smoking by now because his friends are smokers. My father is a drunkard. But when my mother died, he stopped. And the funniest thing, he gave birth to pastors. Yes. Whether I'd like it or not, I will still do the work. And I'm still saying it. My comedy remains 10 years. Yes, I'll drop it. Even lesser than 10 years. Yes, I have the calling. But like I said, if you are not to make it in Zaria, you will leave. But say that there's a mentality, is a big lie. If you go to Canada, I have 3 of my friends in Canada. I'm richer than some. They are suffering. But they are seeing good food to eat. Okay, let's come to laugh again. What he did was to take the step. You don't want to take step, you think you will make it, you will die poor. You will take a step. I entered night bus to Lagos now. 911 bus. That used to carry cow. It's a true talk. Because my father is so broke that I cannot. Once you finish primary school, my father's life, go and walk.
Primary?
Yeah, primary school, yes. I went to Kwangila now. Debola. Once I sat down on the floor for 1 month, I run. I say I can't die like this. I still went to the same Lagos. Those of you that think that Zaria is better than Lagos, I say it now. I went to Lagos, you know what I mean? I did houseboy. This person you are seeing. So when I see people offend me, I will just laugh. I can cry towards it. I suffer. I did houseboy. My auntie took me to go and do houseboy. She's late now. The same mother, different father. I did houseboy. I slept under the bridge in Ojolegba. Bed bug in my stomach, in my body. That's why I used to eat life now. I eat anything. Because now the one we eat now be old. So all the artists in Zaria, musicians, comedians, if your destiny is in Zaria, whether you go to Lagos, you will still come back and make it here. And if your destiny is in Lagos, in Abuja, you will go. And I love something about Zaria. Zaria has given back to great people.
Yes.
Apostle Selma, I saw him in Lagos, one program. I introduced myself. He doesn't know me one-on-one because when I came then, but when I said, I was the MC of the program he came for, I said, I'm born in Zaria, the man stood up. He said, this is greatness. Zaria has men. D-Base is from Zaria. He's coming on Sunday, we'll be playing live. He has been to Dunamis, he has traveled. That's my blood brother. But they all came out from Zaria. They went to Bomo. My other brother from Bomo school. So Zaria is a place, a blessed place, great people. So what I would just advise the entertainers here is this. You guys should always learn from one another. Imagine I've been in Zaria for days now. No comedians, maybe they are scared of me. They only post my video, but they cannot say, bros is around, maybe let me go. They are scared. Don't be scared. Come closer, come and learn. Who don't pass you, don't pass you.
That's so.
People who pass me, don't pass me. You understand? Learn. If you don't learn, you can't move. What I know, I need to release it for people. When I came to his lab production show, I saw what I was doing in the show. He really copied me well. And it's a very bad thing for a leader to see his students and you are angry with them. You're a stupid leader. I'm happy with him. The only thing I want from, like you said, why did I call him to come and see me? No. Since I'm in his town, he has to look for me. And I'm still saying it, you are his brother. He has to see me. He has to make them know. There's nothing about me giving him events. I only punished him for not coming to Lagos this year. But he's coming for the next edition.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for that. Thank God our boss is here. That is the pioneer of Living Vision.
Yes.
Sir, we are begging you now. I don't know, your show is
on Sunday, 3rd of December.
All of us with Living Vision and Lab Product. But Lab Product is junior brother by far. In fact, junior brother like
if too far now, long. You go say long.
Very well, very well. So we all are coming. You understand? So we don't want all this density and leaving. So we just want that bond, because if he succeeds today, it's for our benefit.
He has succeeded.
He has succeeded in his eyes many times, and I'm glad.
There are more success. You understand?
Yeah, of course.
There are more. There are more land to conquer.
You know the funniest thing, when I see the way people talk, I swear, the best way is nobody knows anything that happen.
So,
I will see my enemy. I will eat with you, because when it comes to jazz, I get them. Yes, I'm saying it. My jazz is God. Yeah.
Yes.
I dey chop my enemy house. They say, draw your enemy closer. Baba, if he comes to my show, he will perform.
We are coming.
No, I'm just telling you.
Okay.
I don't have any issue with anybody. That's why I said I'm blunt. When they help you, if you are even more busier, now you go carry the show like gala.
Yes.
Even they no go come. Even me go say, Baba, no come. You don't try. That's the good. That's the good. You understand? But when you are too relaxed, that is when those bad people will not be saying. They won't spoil you. You know what I mean? Don't spoil me. I saw one comedian yesterday. He hide. No one called him. This guy saw him. I said, let them hide. Who don't pass, don't pass. Can I compare what they pay them and what I collect in Lagos? So I love everybody. I don't have any issue with anybody. I love everybody in Zaria. I will come buy land here, sir.
Thank you very much.
We'll do that for you.
Thank you very much. Now, I think that this is a real eye-opener for not just Zaria, not Kaduna State, the North. We have seen one of our brand. And then, you see, regardless, you see, it's good. Oftentimes, that's why this social media space is very interesting.
Yeah.
It's a place where you come and really clear the air. And I'm glad for platforms like this. You have heard from the Baale of comedy himself, Eteye. Now, I'm sure when this comes out, it will come as a shocker to as many. Because I, for one, I don't hear plenty things. I will say it currently. I think when I lost my father, he called me. And I said, bros, what did I get for you now when I see you in person? And I said, even it's 10 years down the line. So I told him.
Yeah.
I said I was going to tell you. And even after this set, I'm still going to tell him. But you see, there's one thing, you see. Now, bros, you be. I've always told you that. Even from when they rant that way, I said, now, bros, you be. So regardless, there's some certain things you expect of an elder. Something, because saying nobody like, E.G., come. When my brother, this same life product, started fucking up, I said, how you go get people like Una? I know if you put this boy under control. And it was in your hotel for us. I expect the same thing. So, but then it's good they're able to come clear the air for Zara and to Zara Entertainment so they feel like, say, because I still know we were born and bred in Zara. I still know, except for Mazi Prosper, nobody that has been able to make a name like Eteye in this same state again. Okay, Shakara, MC Shakara.
It's
Zara born. So I think if for these three persons on other fields, Matthew Ashimolo was on the streets of Zara.
Pastor
Zaria. But there are a lot of men that people have come now. Whenever we go to talk to the political side, them Erufai, them all of these guys were people breed from this same city.
We don't take.
No, not schooling now. We're talking
our
born
own
and bred
people.
like that. So, but I'm glad you're able to come. So we are really honored, and we hope to bring you again and again and again. Thank you very much for coming. And to our amazing viewers out there, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to Leading Vision Podcast. We have our social media are on all the handles on IG, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Thank you very much. We love you. Thank you.